Hey guys, it's Athletic here, and today I'll be making a video. This is my very first video. This is about what if Goku never hit his head. This is a really kind of controversial topic. I know, since I want to make Dragon Ball Z videos, I want to make a bunch of anime, videos. I'm gonna start with the very beginning of Dragon Ball Z and how it could have played out if Goku never hit his head when Grandpa Gohan, his grandpa, dropped him in a cliff. So yeah, let's get right into this. Okay, so my first analysis is, if Goku hit his head, Goku was an evil kid, so he was trying to constantly, he was an evil kid anyways. He was a Saiyan and he was kind of just evil by nature. So if Goku didn't hit his head, he wouldn't be nice. And I think that eventually he'd actually try to kill Gohan, his friend. I think he's gonna somehow get away from Gohan, like say run away and accidentally look at the moon, because it's like how I don't really think that Goku eventually won't look at the moon. So I think that Goku looks at the moon and then he turns into a big ape and he starts destroying the planet, which I think should wipe out Krillin, everyone. I think this should wipe out the say most of the people on the earth, say Grandpa Gohan, all the important people. I think Grandpa Gohan either way will die, because even if Goku didn't become nice, I'd say that even if he didn't hit his head, that he eventually looked at the moon. And yeah, so he turned into a giant ape, and the same things happen. He kills Gohan by turning into a big ape, and yeah, and eventually I think he'll learn how to grow up in the wild, and then get stronger as he's gonna train or something like that. Since Saiyan trains a lot, so I'd say he just constantly try to train, and eventually I could speculate that he could potentially destroy the earth. And I'm just basing this off him maturing, him becoming more evil as he grows up, because as you can see, Saiyans are evil by nature. So I conclude that Goku will kill Grandpa Gohan either way, he's good or bad, and that he will destroy the earth. Not destroy it, just kill all the important people, kill all the humans possibly, if possible, I don't know, but that's what I think anyways. So yeah, after he kills all the humans and stuff like that, there's no one left. I think that Vegeta, Raditz, and Nappa will try to come and collect Goku. And the thing is, if they try to collect Goku, I think Goku will be a bit hesitant, and he'd be kind of like, who are these guys? He'd be kind of like, I don't know who these guys are, should I follow them or not? And I think that eventually, Vegeta will show him his power or something like that, and Goku he'd just be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll come along with you guys. And and then this has a major effect, because in this scenario Goku is a lot more weaker, because in the original Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, he actually including Dragon Ball Z, he fights against Piccolo in the martial arts tournament, in Dragon Ball Z. So I think in this in this part, he won't get to fight against good people. He only just turn into an ape and just kill everyone either way. So I just say that he'd probably be a lot more weaker than he was in the original Dragon Ball and the Dragon Ball Z, the very start of it. So basically, so while Goku is going along with Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz, I think that they will try to start a revolution. And Vegeta won't know about the Dragon Balls, but I think that eventually Vegeta could find out that there's Dragon Balls in a certain area, like from Frieza's men or something, from Guldo, and yes, that's what I think. I think that Vegeta will be informed that by Frieza's henchmen or something like that, they're gonna go try to get the Dragon Balls, and then that's gonna start off the Namek saga, which kind of early. I mean, yeah, a bunch more earlier because the Saiyans never came to Earth. I mean, they did, but at the very start of Dragon Ball Z, in this, in this speculation. But basically, Vegeta will go up. He didn't get his Senkai boost, so he's a lot more weaker. I think even Gulo could beat him. That's just how weak he is. Well, anyway, so Vegeta's gonna come over, to Dragon Ball. No, I mean to Namek, and he's gonna try to get the Dragon Balls, which I think that might work, but I don't really think so because the fact is Vegeta emits Pui Pui, so possibly I'm saying possibly Vegeta could possibly I'm not really that sure about this, but I'm just going like for plot's sake, just to continue the story. They could beat Pui Pui, just barely though, and Vegeta could possibly get a Zenkai boost from this, as well as Goku, because I actually say that they just managed to beat Pui Pui. I mean, I wouldn't really say so, but if like they all like try to fight Pui Pui together, I think that they will win, like Nappa, Raditz, Goku, Kakarot, I could say, Evil Goku, and Vegeta, they'd beat them, and I'd say they all get a boost, a Zenkai boost. So yeah, and then while they get the Zenkai boost, I'd say they'd get about 2 times stronger, which means that'd put them on par with about well, they'd be much, like I'd say all of them could be stronger than Pui Pui. I'm not. Oh wait, I meant to say Kui Kui. Yeah, Kui Kui. Sorry about that. I think that's his name. Well, yeah. So basically, they'll fight him off. Kui Kui. I forgot his name there. I'm sorry about that. When I said Pui Pui, I meant actually Kui Kui. I think something like that. I think that's his name. But yeah, basically, they'll all be above his level because Saiyans, gets Zenkai boost, and I'd say Goku wouldn't be as strong as Kui Kui. I think that's his name. I'm not sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, so basically, they'll all try. I'd say they all try to find the Dragon Balls, but since they can't sense energy from villages, I'd say they'd eventually bump into Frieza's spaceship. I'm just guessing here. I'm completely guessing, but actually, I'd say they find a few villages, and for plot's sake, just say find Frieza's spaceship, and basically, I think they'd all steal, they'd all try to steal the Dragon Balls, and which would work out, I think, because Frieza has to go out, getting some Dragon Balls, and yeah, that's it. So basically, they all steal the Dragon Balls, and basically, then Frieza will be mad. So when he finds out, he'll I don't think he'll call the Frieza Force. He won't call them. He just gets Zarbon to finish him off, and potentially, I think that everyone, I think that possibly Zarbon will get rid of let's say I say that Zarbon will try to get rid of Vegeta, and I don't think he'll try to target Nappa and stuff like that, because Frieza doesn't know that Nappa is in the mission. He didn't steal the Dragon Balls. They don't know that, so they'd probably try to target Vegeta. So basically, I think that Nappa and Goku and Raditz will be let off the hook, and yeah, so basically they'll be let off the hook. And I think that Vegeta will actually, be targeted by Zarbon. So I won't say, Nappa and the group, and Vegeta and Goku and, Raditz would be all together. So I'd say they split up. So Zarbon would fight Vegeta as normal, and I'd say he'd still, as normal, absolutely obliterate him. But this time in his first form, because Vegeta isn't as strong as he was in the Namek Saga. I mean Namek Saga, because he didn't get a Zenkai boost, and he wasn't able to sense energy since he didn't fight Goku, since Goku didn't bump his head. And yeah, so basically Vegeta would get severely beat up, and then I think that he's gonna get put in the healing chamber and stuff like that, and then he's gonna escape. I'm just gonna go with the original Dragon Ball, see what happens. He's gonna escape. Zarbon is gonna try to find him because Frieza's mad. And basically, after trying to find him, this is complete speculation, but I think that Vegeta will have a very close fight to Zarbon. I mean, not too close, but I'd say Vegeta will be stronger by a good little bit, since in the original Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta absolutely obliterated second form, Zarbon. So first form Zarbon will get completely destroyed, as always, and the second form will just be beaten by Vegeta. And I'm just speculating, so I think that Vegeta could possibly get yet another Zenkai boost. I mean, I'm just going off complete guess. This is just a complete guess. But basically, Vegeta will get another Zenkai boost, while Nappa and the others don't get a Zenkai boost, so they'd be all kind of weak. Basically, Vegeta is gonna come up, and he's gonna be like, oh, I'm the king of the Saiyans, or I'm the prince of the Saiyans. And basically, he's gonna actually, in this scenario, be on par with the Ginyu Force. I don't think Vegeta will be, as strong as, Captain Ginyu. That's a very debatable topic. But basically, Vegeta will get like a Zenkai boost. Frieza will call the Ginyu Force, and basically the Ginyu Force I'd say Vegeta will be stronger than most of them. As always, Goldo will get absolutely destroyed, and the only thing here is that Krillin and Gohan are not here because Goku was evil. Gohan was evil, so he didn't get married to Chi-Chi. Krillin died due to evil Goku. And yeah, so basically they have a real I'd say Vegeta would kind of dominate the rest, the Ginyu Force, except Ginyu. Personally, I do not think that Vegeta will be able to defeat Ginyu. So I just think right there that Vegeta will die. But you know what? I don't want to make this video I don't want to just end this video right off here. So I'm just gonna give the benefit of the doubt. I completely doubt this, but in a scenario, in a somewhat impossible scenario, let's just say that Vegeta narrowly beats Ginyu, and basically thus he's getting another Zenkai boost, which is actually really good. So this is actually possible. I know that Vegeta actually won't beat Ginyu. I know he won't, but I just don't want to end the video off here. So let's just, for example, say that Vegeta wins, which he shouldn't, but let's just say he does. Basically, Vegeta is going to try to fight Frieza, as always, and basically, since Gohan and Krillin are around, Vegeta's still not gonna know how to sense energy, so I'd say he'd probably be able, probably gonna take a while to find Frieza, but I think eventually he will. And yeah, basically, Nail and all, it's he's still gonna fight, Frieza. So I'd say Frieza, and Nail, while they're fighting, could potentially, I'm saying potentially, this is actually kind of, whatever. I'd say that possibly Vegeta could probably be able to steal all the Dragon Balls, since Nail and Frieza, let's just say, are fighting at the time. So basically Vegeta will have all the Dragon Balls because Gohan and Krillin don't steal Dragon Balls, since they're not actually alive and Gohan isn't just born. So basically Vegeta will steal the Dragon Balls. He doesn't have the password though. So the thing is, Vegeta might get really, really mad and just storm off and fly around, try to find an Namekian just to tell him the password. Basically, they're gonna go around, and then Frieza, I think he might potentially find Frieza and Nail fighting. And I'm just gonna assume this. I mean, this is really, really I just want to make this speed up the fight. So I just want to. I know, the chances of, Vegeta finding Frieza is really, really rare. It's definitely not gonna happen. But let's just say, for plot's sake, that he just does find them, somehow, eventually. Basically, Nail is going to, still like be dead kind of, because Nail gets knocked out by Frieza. Frieza meets Vegeta while he's flying, and basically they're about to fight. And in this, I think that potentially Vegeta, I meant to say, could be stronger than first form Frieza. I'm not that sure about this, but since Vegeta got another Zenkai boost, from Ginyu, barely defeating him, which actually shouldn't have happened, but in this scenario, let's just assume that he beats Ginyu, he gets a Zenkai boost, so I'd say that Vegeta is about a good bit, like a little good bit stronger than Frieza. I'd say he'd be a little bit stronger, a little good bit stronger than he was against Frieza in the original Dragon Ball Z. So as always, he'd fight him, and basically there's no other way to say it, but then Frieza will have to just turn into his second form, which of course means Vegeta will die. And yeah, I mean, there's no really way I could avoid that. I mean, I don't think that Vegeta will be able to destroy Frieza in his first form like really fast, because I'd say they'd be on kind of, Vegeta would be a bit stronger, but that's all. I wouldn't think Vegeta would kill first form Frieza before he gets a chance to transform. So basically, either way, Vegeta just dies, like as in the original Dragon Ball Z, except this time he's a lot more weaker, and he doesn't get a chance to get like regenerated by Dende and stuff like that. Dende died by the hands of Frieza, since Gohan and Krillin weren't there to save him. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video, this little discussion video.